Okay, back here for another video. A correction from the last one. Uh, that six-man tag from Nitro, that was actually just going to be a regular tag. It was Scott Steiner and someone. I Hang on, let me check. Let me bring that up. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Da. Yeah, Scott Steiner and Conan with Buff Bagwell versus Booker T and Chris Jericho. With Jim Neidhart in the corner. Yeah, so sorry about that. Okay, now we're on to Fall Brawl. Uh, I've watched this pay per view a couple of times. It's not great, but I've since seen worse. Okay, we kick off the show with a cruiserweight title match. Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Rey Mysterio Jr. wins. Picks up the win, gets and is our new cruiserweight champion. Booker T versus Chris Jericho with Jim the Anvil Neidhart in the corner. Well, this is a straight up babyface versus babyface match. But Booker T gets the win. Okay, and then we go into a tag team title match, which is a street fight between Kronik, Bryan Adams, and Wrath versus the Public Enemy. And the Public Enemy in this one would probably put up a good fight, a big hardcore brawl, but Kronik manages to do the high time, I believe it's called, for the first time, and bam, straight through the table. Okay, then we go on to a US title match. US champion Goldberg versus Scott Steiner. Now this is what two years before their epic encounter, so probably wouldn't be as good as that one at Fall Brawl 2000, but it would be a good match. Goldberg manages to get out the win. Okay. Then we go to Raven versus Saturn. This is probably one of the final matches in Raven getting his revenge on all the former Flock members. Raven manages to get the win here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now for our first in our three main events. Okay, we have the Outsiders versus Hollywood Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, but it would be just the Warrior considering this is WCW. There is communication problems between Hulk Hogan and the Warrior. Both their egos are getting in the way, and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall managed to notice this and managed to put their egos aside and get the win. After the match, there's an argument between Warrior and Hogan, and they manage to get the win. They start beating up on each other, and then Nash and Hall look down from the aisle and see this, and they smile, and what do you know? They walk off back to the locker room. Okay, world title match: Bret Hart versus Lex Luger. This will be probably a very quick match, probably under 20 minutes. Probably more like 15. Bret Hart would get the win here pretty cleanly with the sharpshooter. And yeah. Okay, we're going to our War Games match. Now, there is two teams. First, there's the Four Horsemen. Ric Flair, Steve Mongo McMichael, Chris Benoit, and Dean Malenko. I'd have probably Chris Benoit start this off up against they're going to go up against the Blue Bloods, Chris Adams, Norman Smiley, Dave Taylor, and Curt Hennig. Probably have maybe Chris Benoit and Norman Smiley start this off, then have the others go in. Not sure exactly in the order I'd do this, but yeah. But the Horsemen managed to get the win here. In the Four Horsemen's corner, sorry, is Arn Anderson, and in the Blue Bloods corner is Rick Rude, who came out with Curt Hennig. But neither one of those guys would have been able to enter the match, so they wouldn't have been. They would have probably just escorted down and then been thrown to the back. Okay, we go to the Nitro after. We start the show off hot with Rey Mysterio taking on Lenny Lane. Mysterio managed to get the win pretty quick here. TV title match, Booker T versus Chavo Guerrero. Chavo seems to think that he's worthy now of the TV title, so this is his first attempt, but managed to come up short. Booker T just smokes him. Alright, right, then we go on to our, hopefully the start of another feud. The Horsemen members, Benoit and Malenko versus Barry Windham and Kendell Windham. The Windhams managed to get the win here. They just pretty much dominate Malenko. Malenko puts up one hell of a fight, but for whatever reason, Malenko can't get in to make the tag to Benoit, so Benoit can't really get in until, but uh, Barry Windham manages to get the pin. Okay, we go from that to Stevie Ray with Vincent in his corner taking on Curt Hennig with Rick Rude in his corner. Now, there are a lot of distractions here. An argument outside the ring distracts Stevie Ray. So Curt Hennig manages to get the Hennigplex on Stevie Ray, gets the 1, 2, 3. Alright, after that, Hogan comes down and makes the challenge to the Warrior for Halloween Havoc. And Hogan says, you know what? It's your fault we lost the match last night. Putting the blame fully on you. If you had just worked with me, we would have gotten the win, and I would have ended my losing streak. Because pretty much for this whole time, Hogan has been losing match after match after match. He hasn't been wrestling that much, so the losing streak's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. He hasn't been able to get anywhere close to getting a world title shot, and he's really upset since he's come back. So he's putting the blame all on the Warrior, and the Warrior says, you know what? You're on, because I beat you once, and I'll beat you again. Okay, then we go to our main event, a 6-man tag team match. It's the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall versus Lex Luger, taking on Ric Flair, Sting, and Bret the Hitman Hart. And you know what? I would probably have the Wolfpack win this one. That's the Outsiders and Lex Luger. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll put this up pretty much straight away. I'm hoping to get another video up tomorrow late in the evening. Okay. Sorry this one's so late. So thank you for listening.